will take on either Robert Thornton or Rauby John Rodriguez. So could well end up with an all-Austrian clash in the third round if Mensur and Rauby both upset the seeds.
And that's a 25, so Ian has won the ball. First leg, it's Ian to throw first. Game on.
Well, Ian White wins a very important bullseye and throws first. And as you said, this man, White, he comes in under the radar. But you talk to any players in the back room, they never take this man lightly. Run up in the News of the World many years ago when the PDC, or WDC as it was at the time, run the News of the World, lost to Phil Taylor in the final. And he's been a brilliant player for a good number of years.
Yes, quarterfinals at the World Championships at ADPi and at the UK Open at Minehead earlier on this year. In these European Tour events, as well as he looks to
140.
Hit his first maximum, has to settle for a ton 40. He reached the quarterfinals at the first event in Hildesheim, which was won by Gary Anderson. We'll be seeing Gary Anderson in action later on today.
100.
Up against Andy Smith in the evening session here. And then made the semi-finals did Ian White in Veldhoven in Holland, where he narrowly lost to Mervyn King 6-5.
121. $60 in your qualm, 40.
So it'd be nice for Ian White to get a big outshot on the board at the start of this match. Won't happen now, but he'll look to leave himself
60.
Well, leaves himself 80 when he returns. Mensur unable to finish. Ian did lose in the first round here last year to Ross Smith. The format last year, though, was slightly different. 64 players we had then in the first afternoon. Matches were played over 2 stages, but as of this year, it's a 48-player field that starts on the Friday. So the crowd get to see all of the matches. And then the top 16 seeds now come in at this second round stage.
Well, a good chance here for Suljovic to break the throw of Ian White. 101, it's a 3-dart combination. Well, it can be a 2-dart, but I don't know anybody that would go 51 bullseye. Well, David Pellett would, I have to say. But no, he's looking for the... He's gone treble 15. That would have left him the double 18.
77.
So a chance here for White to put the first leg on the dartboard. Oh, if you're going to miss, just put it just above it. Oh, that's not the greatest of darts. So he's got to come down at the 10s. Now chasing up to the 5s. And
30.
that's why if you're going to miss, that first dart needs to be just laying on that top wire so you can bounce off the flights and the stem. But a chance here for Suljovic to nick this leg.
Oh, well, that's... He's trying to mop it up here. Double 6. Well, he went around the houses. And much to the delight of the home fans here in the Salzburg Arena, it's Mensur Suljovic who breaks the throw against the number 10 seed, Ian White.
$100.
Well, we'll see if that 3 darts at the double has affected Ian White. Well, saying that,
20.
perhaps it has. Mensur had a good home crowd advantage here. And that familiar but unorthodox throw that Mensur's got. You don't stand too close to Mensur from behind, because when that trading leg flicks up, it can give you a good old belt in the shins.
41.
And Mensur had a good run at the UK Open in Minehead, reaching the quarterfinals. And he also gave Mark Webster a bit of a scare in the first round of the World Championship at ADPi before the Welshman one in the deciding set.
140. Mensur 161.
Yeah, Ian has taken a bit too long to get going in this leg, making it very easy for Mensur to hold the throw, but he's playing exceptionally well. Wants the bullseye. Is he going to go for it? Yes.
130.
Didn't have to go for it, but I tell you what, when you're playing in front of your home crowd, although he didn't have to go for the ball, hitting that bullseye would have really lifted the crowd. And anything you can do to get that crowd on your side, get them noisy against your opponent, you have got to take every little bit of advantage you can.
So double 8 to double his lead, and he hits it. So 2-0, the Austrian leads. The man from Stoke-on-Trent, that hotbed of darting talent, needs to get his skates on, and well, the first start was perfect to fill that bed up, but couldn't do it. Has to settle for just 95. It's the first time these two have played each other
134
in any competition.
$36. $60.
Well, Mensur there frustrated that he couldn't really capitalise on White having another poor start to this leg.
100.
Well, a good score here for Mensur gives him control in another leg against the throat.
104.
Well, Ian White's going to have to really step it up to get back in this game. He needs a big score, a little bit of pressure, causes a little bit of tightness in the arms, and certainly now
167.
Mensur going to get at least 6 darts from 167.
Drifting into the 5s.
45.
So a chance if Ian White can put in a decent score here would really put some pressure on Mensur. And is he going to fill it up for the first time in this match? He is indeed. It's taken him a while to get going, Ian White, but hits his first 1080 of the match in the third leg.
Well, it just shows you how quick a leg can turn round. Mensur's on 167 thinking I'm going to get 6 darts here. A nice casual tunnel, put it in, but he messes up. Now he's got to take out the 122. Oh, and he's missed the big number, and he can't believe he's missed that. A little bit of lack of concentration. And that has opened the door for Ian White
57.
to close this leg out. Now he missed darts at tops in the first leg. Can he take out the 18s? Yep, straight in the middle.
Ian White.
And it's little things like that, a little bit of luck at the right time, a brilliant score at the right time, gets you back in the match, and that's exactly what's happened to Ian White.
Mensur looking to bounce back and show that little lack of concentration that cost him that, may have cost him that leg. Hasn't affected him at the start of the fourth leg.
100.
Well, there we have the stats. Mensur's first 9 average is really good. 115. He's set for that every day of the week. And the 97, 99 now. So, with the stats the way they are, Ian White has got a battle on his hands.
140.
And when you were playing, did you have any ways that you would deal with if you were playing at a venue, going to another country or an area where there was a partisan crowd against the player you were playing? Did you have any way of sort of shutting that out?
Yeah, it never worried me. I mean, it wouldn't worry me if the whole of the crowd were on his side. I'd just get up and play the game. And if I started to beat him, I'd give it a little bit to the crowd as well.
180.
I always used to think, and I think most of the players think that they can hold their bottle better than anybody, so the noise will affect the home person as well. So Mensur now double 5. Oh,
84.
and a chance here for Ian White.
81.
Another 180 sets up the shot for him. Oh, 24, double 12. Great darts from Ian White.
He's right back into it now. That was a much better leg.
Fifth leg is Ian to throw first. Game on.
Tonated in the last 2 legs for Ian White, and you sense now that he's found his range, he's found his rhythm, and we'll look to push on.
Well, he's gone out from 216 in 4 darts.
137.
And 261 in 6 darts. I mean, that's exceptional throwing, you know, and if you look at them scores, you're thinking, blimey, I've got to do something in this leg, and all of a sudden he does it.
190.
But if Mensur Suljovic from 167 would have gone out in 6 darts, he'd have probably gone on and won the game. Little things turn the matches round, and you go on and win, and certainly Ian White now got his focus.
180.
That's his 3rd maximum in as many legs.
Back comes Suljovic.
139.
Well, it's certainly been a decent standard to start the afternoon. Vincent van der Voort looking very good against Justin Pipe, beating him 6-2 in our opening match of the afternoon. And now these two are also putting on a show. Next up on stage, it's the Adonis, Steve Beaton. Always a popular character with the fans wherever he goes.
140.
Up against Andrew Gilding, another dangerous opponent from England to take on Beaton, the number 9 seed. Double 12.
On the 5th leg.
And
Ian
now,
White.
yes, goes into the lead for the first time in this match.
Game on.
Does Ian White.
Well, that's 184 in 6 darts, so the part of the game that we call the setup and the checkout, the last 3 legs have absolutely been first class from Ian White. And to be quite honest, Mensur Suljovic has done nothing wrong. He's got an average of 102 and playing really well, but what
78.
Ian White is doing is an exceptional thing at a crucial part of the game. And he's executed it well, and there we have it. Mensur Suljovic up to 120 on his first 9, 104.5,
70.
and he's losing 3-2. If he see that, he'll go, hang on a minute, whose stats wrong? But look at the improvement from Ian White. He was mid-80s in the average, under 100 on the first 9, and that's where it's all come from. And hitting those 180s is what's causing it.
That's his 4th of the match now.
And in as many legs.
60.
Well, Mensur's got to be thinking, he may have looked at Ian White's score and gone on 183 and thinking, I can't give Ian White 6 darts from here, so I've got to go out in 6 darts. Because the way White is playing
85.
that particular category of the game, he's been exceptional. Could be the commentator's curse, I know.
26.
You were saying.
Oh, he's left him a shot though.
Yeah. So a tall order here for Suljovic. And he won't check out now from 146. We did see a 156 check out yesterday. Ian White waiting poised to take out 157.
You require 157.
Go 2 legs in front. But that won't happen now.
81. Then you require 104.
Well, 104 to take us level at 3 apiece. He's hit the 54. I'm sure he won't go bullseye. He's gone 18 for double 16. Double 16. He takes out 3 legs apiece. He turns round and gives the crowd a little bit of a wind up, saying, come on, I need a bit of a help here. And that was a great check out to stop the rot. You know, White had rolled off 3 legs on the trot.
81.
And we're nicely poised then at 3 apiece. The first 1 to 6 goes through to tomorrow afternoon's 3rd round.
125.
Among the matches on stage later on today in the evening session, Phil the Power Taylor up against Alex Roy. Gary Anderson, who's already won one of these European Tour events, taking on the Pie Man Andy
100.
Smith. Dave Chisnell against Steve Bunting. That should be a goodie. Simon Whitlock up against John Henderson. John Henderson playing very well yesterday. And Peter Snakebite Wright against Michael Smith, who was in absolutely devastating form yesterday. Michael Smith seeing off Dave Pallett 6-0 with an average of something like 114.
140.
Yes, and a great performance yesterday from Terry Jenkins. 3-ton plus checkouts with the 156 that you mentioned earlier on. And all those players on show today.
$140.
Well, this is another one of those matches, Mike, where you could have traded both ways and probably sitting there on a nice profit, whoever wins. Especially when Suljovic went 2-0 up.
Mensur require 136.
Just taking his time and composing himself before going to the Oki, and the home fans trying to get behind their man.
But he needs a treble. Oh, he's found it. That's a great last dart. He couldn't afford to come back with 76 with only 1 dart at a double. Now Shanghai, and this is to hold on to his throat. And he's not going to do it. So Suljovic comes back. And it's a good, strong leg against the throat. 36 after 12 darts. Now, we say so many times, the 18s, everybody loves the 18s, but no one likes the 9s. So if you're going to miss just outside, you don't want to split it. No, straight in the middle. A breaker throw from Suljovic. He takes a 4 legs to 3 lead here in Salzburg against Ian White. And now this is when he needs to put another one of those strong legs together.
Game on.
And punish Ian White. And there we have the stats. And that little run of Ian White's 16, 12, 12. Exceptional darts. The 2 18s from Suljovic are on his throat. No, sorry, no, leg 1 was not on his throat.
100.
So White would have had 18 darts himself in that. That was when he missed 3 darts at the double tops. So there's some work now to be done for Ian White.
Yes, needs to
140.
draw on all his resources, does Ian White. And we've shown he can do it. Those 4 180s in 4 consecutive legs as he came from 2-0 down to
80.
Go 3-2 up. But it's now veered back the other way in the favour of Suljovic.
140.
But what Ian White has got to do, quite simple, put that run of 3 legs together like he did earlier on with the 16, 12, 12, and then he walks off a winner of 6-4. Saying it and doing it, there's quite a bit of distance.
45. $24.
Well, that won't help his cause any. Suljovic will look to fill up this treble 20 bed and really punish White for that lapse. And he does go with his second ton 80 of the match. He's poised on 96 to go to within 1 leg of victory over the number 10 seed here.
Well, when we talk about punishing your opponent for a bad shot, I mean, that's a perfect example. White hits 24, Suljovic comes right over the top of him with a 180, puts himself in prime position, and he's going to get 6 darts from 96 because Ian White sits on a bogey number. The only one under 160 that is a bogey. So just don't miss the big numbers. Comes back with 3 darts and a double. That's exactly what he's done. He's not really forced the issue. Doesn't want to make too many mistakes when he doesn't have to.
137. Mensur require 40.
He waits again for the crowd to start cheering up. It's like an engine, isn't it?
Preparing for takeoff.
Not quite a Ferrari, but he's burning up the engines. Ready to plant it in double top, and it goes straight in the middle. Just like the double 18 when he waited for a little bit of help from the crowd. And Suljovic goes 1 leg away from a win here. The afternoon session here in Salzburg, the Austrian Open. And you can see him winding the crowd up again.
And Ian White starting with just 30. Maybe it is getting to Ian White a little bit here.
Well,
they'll be disappointed with that. After White only kicked off with 30.
White is only 1 breaker throw down though, Mike. You know, that's what I'd be thinking. Okay, you know, he's playing well. Hold me throw here. I've only got to break in once. Hold me throw. I'm still going to win 6-5. But, you know, just get over this leg first. Don't worry about the next 2. If it was the other way around, where you're only throwing once in the 3, then it might be a little bit more of an uphill battle.
Well, after 9 darts, he's yet to hit a big treble, Ian White. Suljovic using the treble 19s as cover.
96. $100.
Finally hits a treble 20. And Suljovic, never the quickest thrower by any stretch of the imagination, but just taking his time before approaching the Yoki to release those 3 darts in that unique style.
99.
Yes, he had to switch to the 19s with the 3rd dart to leave himself a check out. And White, I have to say, he did have that run of 3 legs, which were obviously brilliant. But most of the other legs, he's been hitting a lot of ones and treble ones, which is probably a concern for him.
Well, this would raise the roof off this fantastic Salzburg arena if Suljovic was to take out a 167 for victory. He knows he has 6 darts down from here. If he doesn't do it at the full first attempt, which he won't do, so he'll look to leave himself a decent finish. Could do with hitting a treble here, doesn't do so. But he is on 108 when he comes back. And this is good pressure from Ian White just when he needs to put it on.
108.
What a time to hit your first 1080 in 3 legs.
108.
Well, that certainly has put the pressure on. Another one of those 180s at a crucial time for Ian White. But Suljovic took out 104 earlier on. Can he take out the 108? And his favourite, double 14. The crowd are silenced. And it's right on the wire. Now, what Ian White doesn't want to see here is a bullseye. He will be aiming for the bullseye, hoping he's going to hit the green and not the red. And he's hit the white. But double top.
Oh, doesn't do it. So for the match,
And you require 14.
double 7 for Mensur Suljovic in front of his home crowd to book his place in round 3, where he'll either play his fellow countryman Rowby John Rodriguez or Robert Thornton. Double 7. Awkward. Can he see any of it to sneak it in? He can! And he wins it! Knocks out the number 10 CD and white. Mensur Suljovic then through to round 3 to the delight of the home fans here. Coming up next, it's the Adonis Steve Beaton against Goldfinger Andrew Gilding. In a couple of minutes, that's after we hear a few words from the man of the moment, Mensur Suljovic.
Da es auf seitens der European Tour gibt. Turniertag Nummer 3. Ihn sehen wir morgen wieder. Mensur, gratuliere dir. Die Nummer 16 der Welt geschlagen und wieder mit einem guten Match, mit einem wirklich guten Match, weil auch Ian White viel Druck ausgeübt hat.
Ich kann nichts mehr sagen. Publikum sagt alles, oder?
Mensur, ich hatte zwischendurch Sorge, dass das rhythmische Klatschen gerade auch bei den High-Finishes dich vielleicht so ein bisschen irritieren könnte, aber das war überhaupt nicht so. Du hast die Dinger reingenagelt.
Nein, überhaupt nicht. Mein Publikum ist hinter mir, aber ich muss mein Bestes geben und ich schon nie das mit die irritieren. Die bringen mir nur Kraft und deswegen habe ich jedes Mal getroffen, Gott sei Dank.
Eine Frage wollte ich dir immer schon mal stellen. Du hast ja eine ganz eigene Haltung des Darts. Wer hat dich darauf gebracht? Wie ist das dazu gekommen, dass du diese ja wirklich ganz eigenartige Haltung hast?
Ich habe Probleme gehabt. Ich
habe auch viele Probleme gehabt. Das ist
aber ich habe den Dart nicht auslassen können und ich habe nicht gewusst, was ich machen soll. Ich habe immer früher mit 3 Fingern gespielt und auf einmal habe ich Probleme gehabt. Und dann habe ich irgendwie begonnen, hinher zum Paddeln und irgendwann habe ich so geworden.
Tu mir eingefallen, halt daran fest. Mensur Suljovic!